Hello, friends. Welcome to CNS Viewpoint. Uh, Today we are going to talk about, the news which I read in one of the newspapers about that in Uttar Pradesh state of India, the government was taking credit for increasing the routine immunization to 69.6% for children. So now. When I read this news, it was really a very disappointing moment because, you know, uh, in COVID times, I think the word vaccination makes us think of COVID vaccine. But there are children, before COVID times, probably the word vaccination perhaps referred to children's immunization or vaccination. And we have been doing so badly that government is now taking credit that routine vaccination rates have increased in Uttar Pradesh to 69.6%, if I remember correctly. So imagine, friends, in the past years in Uttar Pradesh, it is clear that the routine vaccination rates were even lower than 69.6%. It is such a shame, so painful, because almost more than 30%, more than 4 children in every 10 are exposed to or are at risk of vaccine preventable illnesses, which is so criminal, which is because these are preventable illnesses, these are vaccine preventable illnesses, and these immunizations, these vaccinations have existed since a long time. And while we definitely should vaccinate everyone who is eligible against COVID, fully vaccinate against COVID within a stipulated time frame, it is equally important to ensure that routine immunization happens for every single child on planet. Also, vaccines must be offered for all the adults where appropriate, where scientifically indicated that they are effective. I've read that there are vaccines that reduce the risk of certain pneumonia, for example, in senior citizens, etc. So wherever there is evidence to reduce the risk of preventable illnesses in populations, we should definitely ensure that vaccines are being offered to the people. We are not learning the lessons for improving health security of all, where no one is left behind. It is not my health security is dependent on everyone else's health security. COVID-19 has shown how virus has spread from Wuhan in China to every country in the world, and including Antarctica. Antarctica continent also has COVID, and it was also reported from Mount Everest. So you can imagine how infection is spread, how fast infection spread, especially when it is an infectious disease like coronavirus disease. So we should definitely ensure that the vaccines reach people are fully vaccinated against COVID, but at the same time all other healthcare services and health services must be reaching, for non-COVID diseases, must also be reaching everyone who is in need. This is a time not to slacken on health care, but rather to speed up, to multiply, to reinforce our commitment that we will be delivering healthcare services to every single person on the planet, or for national government to national government, to state government to state people in the state. We can't leave anyone behind like this, and this is so painful to realize that more than 30% of children in my state, where I come from, are not receiving routine immunization, or even more, because if you look at different immunization, the rates could be even lower. So also, vaccination is so inequitable. I think I will again like to speak on that because I just learned there are 2 countries where not a single person has been vaccinated so far, and they are Eritrea and North Korea. So imagine, friends, in these times we let the politics and other sanctions take precedence over our health and well-being. So if our health security is truly supreme and central, then perhaps we would have seen a much more equitable rollout of COVID vaccination. But actually, it is just the other way around. There are many times more people who get booster doses than those who get the first dose in African nations or low-income countries. Similarly, the rich nations have totally ignored the World Health Organization's request for not going for booster dose till the end of 2021. But you know, but on the other hand, we have nations where more than 1 million booster doses are being administered every single day. I think in the world more than 1 million gets administered every single day, and the first dose recipients are 330,000 if I remember correctly. So just look at the whole dichotomy and how and still stands so much in contrast, and it puts us to shame because we have not really learned the lesson. We are still going, rather we are doing more of the same of greed, of power, of politics, and the same old broken model. The governments are still madly pursuing that, and no wonder we are not going to have the kind of desired result. We all wish for development justice. We all wish that everyone should be living equitably, happily, in peace. No one should be deprived or feeling injustice or have to made to suffer injustices or be in suffering or pain. But actually the kind of model which governments are pursuing, probably we are set for a very more difficult time. And look at the climate crisis, for example. We are acting as if we have a planet B. We are acting as if we have some other supply of fresh air which will take care of us, while we are forced to live in cities which have one of the most dangerous and toxic air for us to breathe in. And I'm also living in one such city called Lucknow, where the average life expectancy is supposed to reduce by, if I remember correctly, by 11 years due to air pollution. This is how toxic the air is. So with these worries, with these concerns, with these words, let me end today's CNS Viewpoint. Keep thinking, friends, and try to do something, at least individually, or push governments to do something which may inch them towards development justice. By till then, stay safe, stay warm because these winters here, and try to let us at least individually pollute less. Take care. Bye bye.